Hello everybody, welcome to the Despots Game newsroom. We're going to do a little bit of a reaction video here. The community mutation contest that ran for the week of October 7th to the October 14th has finally concluded, and we have 3 winners been announced. And I want to go through these and take a look at the different mutations and give my opinions on what I think about these mutations. I personally, I didn't put one in, so I can't really complain that much. I didn't have, I'm not good at thinking. So let's just move on here. I'm not a good thinker. So let's get into this. Sup humans, it's time to announce the results of the mutation contest we held to give humanity false hope for survival. Let you help us add more cool abilities to the game. We have to say you blew our minds with how many ideas you came up with. 250 entries. That's awesome, guys. That's really amazing that there was 250 entries into this. We almost died getting them all into a spreadsheet and assessing them. Holy smokes, hums. You're legit savages. Okay, so now let's get to the point and announce the winner, or rather the winners. So yeah, they originally said there was going to be 1, but they went with 3, probably because there were so many good ones mentioned. There were too many awesome ideas, there we go right there, to limit this thing to only 1. So without further ado, let's hear the names of the puny humans who will be immortalized in the greatest game of all time. Alright, let's see what we got. We'll do them one at a time here. We'll go through. We got winner number 1. So this is the name of the person that came up with the idea, I guess. The real Gao. Mutation name is Imposter. Class is Tricksters. Immediately I'm like, ugh, Tricksters. I personally think Tricksters have the best mutation pool in the game. They don't need more love. That's just my opinion, though. Description. At the start of combat, one of your humans, it says humans, it doesn't say Trickster. I guess it's going to be Trickster, though, right? It's a Trickster mutation. It says one, so it'll be one of your Tricksters teleports to the back line of the enemy's army and disguises themselves as an enemy unit. Their target are ranged damage dealers. Enemies can't detect the imposter until they attack, which will be immediately. Plus 50% on the first attack. So one person gets teleported to the back line. They're good until they attack. They get a 50% attack boost on the first one. I mean, that's not insane. That's not crazy. It's a neat concept. I really like the concept of that. Like I said, it's just I already think Tricksters have so many awesome mutations, not just powerful ones, but just cool ones. Yeah, so it's a cool mutation though. It is a cool mutation. I don't know if it's really going to be how strong it will be. It depends on, it's a random, right? It just says one of them. So, I mean, it could end up being a tier 1 Trickster getting teleported to the back and they just get mauled and that's it, right? But they do have dodge, right? They're going to have all kinds of, Tricksters come with all kinds of evasion. So maybe they'll last back there a little bit. I don't know. And it does draw some attention to the back instead of the front, which is not a bad idea. All right, let's move on to the second one. Winner 2, we have Knife Hunter. Mutation name, Newbie Luck. Oh, we got some newbie love. I'm happy about that. I'll take newbie love anytime we can get it. But how strong is this thing? Let's see. We have some people say idiots have all the luck, not newbies. That's not the case here. Feature, the first time a newbie visits a room, they have a 30% chance of finding 5 food and a 10% chance, plus 10% for each subsequent newbie, to find a random item and obtain a class independently. So they can find it, and it sounds like they will equip it. That's kind of interesting. And then we'll read this other part, and then I'll go through it and try and figure out exactly how it's going to work, maybe. Technical note, 1 newbie equals 10%, right? So we're kind of ignoring the food part of it, I guess, a little bit here on this part. So a 10% chance Five newbies equals a 50% chance, and so on up to 100%. So, okay, so that's just going to increase the odds of you getting those items. Only one item can be obtained per room. Okay, fair. Right, so that you don't end up getting 10 items for free in one room. Items that newbies can find do not depend on the store upgrade level. See, I don't know about that. So you could, in theory, it might be fine. So let's go back through it. So you get the first time a newbie visits a room, they have a 30% chance of finding 5 food. So that could be really good on its own, right? So they could just kind of, it costs food to feed that newbie, but if they have a 30% chance, it could be really worth it, right? They could be bringing food along, and each newbie is probably that you have is going to have a 30% chance. So it might be it could end up being a little busted in a way. Like if it works the way I think it's working, if you're walking around with 5 newbies and each one has a 30% chance of finding 5 food, you're probably gonna be able to. The odds are that you would be you would have infinite food. I feel like it's probably not gonna work that way. Hopefully not, because it feels like you could end up cheesing it and getting infinite food. And then the 10% chance, and then it increases with every newbie, right? I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I hope it is that you automatically equip the item. It reads like that. It reads like you automatically equip the item. And the only thing is I'm not sure about having it be that you can just buy a newbie and get a tier 5 item for free without having unlocked it in the shop. I mean, it could be really cool. It adds a ton of RNG to a run though, which I don't hate. But that's it's a neat concept, really cool concept. I like that. Like overall, makes your brain think. Probably be an early floor mutation too. I imagine this could be something that you would want to have super early, right? Take advantage of. All right, let's go down to number 3. We have Spoodaman, Buddy Man. So we have mutation, token bonus. It's a multi-class mutation. So that's one of those ones that everybody can benefit from, kind of like your Valor. Description: adds a timer that starts / continues to count during every battle. After you clear an entire floor, grants a number of tokens based on the amount on the timer. The lower, the better. Okay, so this one's pretty straightforward, which is good for my brain. So you're going to get a timer that will be somewhere on the screen, and say it's, I don't know, a couple minutes. It's not going to be a couple minutes. The tokens would be insane. I don't know how they'll do it. Actually, I don't know how they'll do it. It would take a lot of testing to get that to implemented, I feel like, to make it work. So it adds a timer. Say it's 60 seconds, right? And then it takes you 45 seconds to beat the floor, to clear the entire floor. The entire floor, not just like beat the boss, I think. You would get 15 tokens if it took you 45 of the 60 seconds, and then the timer would reset on the next floor. Right? I'm guessing that's how we're talking. The lower the better. Now, the only thing I see as an issue here with this mutation is that it punishes anybody who is taking their time. So a new player, it's punishing to a new player. Whereas a more skilled player that has more time in the game, or potentially even had better RNG luck, is going to really multiply that luck by getting lots of extra tokens in the game. And we already have the interest mutation that's giving a lot of extra tokens for people that are playing, like, very, very smart and effective and efficiently. So I don't know about this one myself personally. It's a little bit, I feel like it's just more feeds the really, really sweaty players. Let's put it that way. It's something for, I feel like it's for the sweaty players. and that's fine. But I think that like new players, I would avoid this 100% of the time if I was a new player. And to balance this is going to be a nightmare, because if you give too much time for new players so that new players can use it, grandmasters will be getting 300 extra tokens or something ridiculous like that. So like per floor, depending on what the timer is. So it's a bit of, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I would say out of the three, if I had to rank them, I would say that I would say I really like the newbie, and then maybe my second favorite is the imposter, and then this is my fifth favorite. The token bonus is my fifth favorite out of the three. Now let's finish this little article here. Congratulations, we'll be adding your mutations to Despots Game in the near future, so it's not going to be immediate, because it's going to be, some of it's going to take a lot of work, right, to get in there. Sometime around the start of King of the Hill Season 3 or 4 this winter. Okay, so that's going to be a couple seasons away. Choosing the best mutations was really tough. Some of those were impossible to implement the way they had been described. Right, but the concept itself was really neat. Some ideas were similar to things we've already been planning, and some were just too simple to have their authors announced as the overall winner, but we've still put them in the pipeline. So even if your mutation didn't win, you still might see it pop up or some variation of it in the future. So if you pay close attention, you'll notice this contest's influence on the game's new mutations for a long time to come. A huge thanks to everyone who entered. I think this is a great way for them to kind of like just pick everybody's brains and get ideas, because like there's a lot that you can do with this game. I think it's great. So that's it for this article. What I will say before I end the video is that I was kind of cruising through things that I've seen the devs saying, and you're going to see that there's going to be less. What they've done historically throughout early access is we've had small updates every season, a little bit of a content update here and there. The plan, my understanding, is that we're going to be getting less frequent content updates, and there'll be small balance changes every season, and then you can expect to get a larger content update every 3 to 4 seasons kind of thing, which I kind of like that, right? So let's get the balance hammered out and then add some content. If you're adding content every season, then it's going to be a really, really difficult thing to balance out the game, I think. All right, we're going to end it there, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments about these 3 new mutations that are going to be added. Congratulations to the winners. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, I'd really appreciate it if you considered hitting the button. Thank you. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day, puny humans.